Hello, hi everybody. This is the lecture number 9 in the course of cybersecurity for beginners. It's continuous for the lecture number 8, which is the basic of the networking, where we demonstrated or we showed or explained the IP, DNS, and ports. Today, or in this lecture, we're going to talk about how the internet works, of course, using packets and protocols. And as we defined, the internet is a global network, interconnected devices that communicate each other according or using standardized rules called protocols. When a person sends an email, browse a website or stream video, data is transmitted across the internet in small units. We call it packets, and therefore everybody should understand the packets and protocols for grasping how the internet, or for understanding how the internet functions and securing online communication. So therefore the packets actually can be defined as a small chunk of data that make up the information being transmitted over the internet. Means that the data cannot be sent whole together, one file or entire file or message, and therefore it should be or will be broken into small manageable pieces. This is what we call buckets, and then sent bucket by bucket. So this is the features of the bucket. Actually, it has like a three component: the header, the load or the payload, and the footer. The header gives the general information about the metadata, like for example any information about the bucket, or like the source, destination, address, sequence numbers, and so on, and type protocols. The payload is the data itself. Yeah, for example, a video or email or web page, whatever. And the footer may contain error checking or error correction information to ensure the data integrity. So this is how this buckets works. For example, when a person sent an email, it will be divided into buckets. It will not sent as a one whole file. So each bucket traveled or transferred independently across the network, and possibly also taking different routes also. At the destination, when they reach the IP address, buckets are reconstructed or reassembled in the correct order to construct the email or to the message again. For example, suppose somebody downloading a file, so the file will be divided into buckets labeled by bucket 1, bucket 2, and so on. If the bucket is lost, for example, somehow during the transmission, the system will continue repeat only the missing bits, but will continue downloading the entire file. Of course, this is dependent also on the protocols, where we can define the protocols are standardized rule or rules that define how data is transmitted and interpreted over the network. They ensure actually devices can understand and process data correctly. Of course, there are so many protocols, and still also developing many protocols. But this is the common one. For example, the TCP, which is standard for transmission control protocol. This one ensures reliability or reliable delivery of packets, manages the transmission of lost packets in case, for example, downloading file for the HTTPS, which is the secured one, ensure every byte arrives correctly. The IP, Internet Protocol, of course, as we defined before, determine the path or the route of the packet take to reach their destination, and handling the address with IP address. The hypertext transfer protocol, which was secured on secured also, and the DNS, which translates the domain name into IP address, as explained in lecture number 8. The file transfer protocol also used to transferring files, and UDP user datagram protocols. It's faster than TCP, but it's less reliable, as it does not ensure all the packets arrived. And of course, there are so many other protocols as shown in the right side. So then how the internet works using these packets and protocols. For example, as I mentioned, when a person accesses a website, the browser requests into the browser, and then write the address with the character, of course. The DNS will translate or resolve the domain name which is written in the browser to IP address, as I mentioned earlier. Then the browser sent a request to the server IP address over the internet. The request is broken also again into packets. Each packet is labeled and sent via the TCP protocol or IP. Routing also, packets travels across multiple routers, as I mentioned, may not come through the one path, but maybe come different way or different path. But by the end of the day, they will reach the destination. So then the server response, when receiving the packets, process the request and send back the response from the website. And the response also divided into packet. Then they come to the process of the reassembly. I mean, the reconstructing the packet and make it readable web page or a message. Just this is the examples of the packets and protocols in action. Like for example, video streaming. Of course, we said that using usually UDP because it's not reliable but faster. So like a video stream is divided into packets. Some packets may be drops or lost in the network due to many reasons maybe, but the playback continues without noticeable or interruption. They will continue even the packet is lost. They will continue down. Another example, for example, here the sending an email. This one different protocol. The simple mail transfer protocol used and sending the POP and IMAP for receiving. So the email is divided also in the packet or packets. If the packet is lost, then you have to retransmit again to ensure the email arrived safely. The example number 3, online gaming. This one also it's possible to use the UDP for low latency communication, because in the gaming you have to play live, cannot delay. So for example, the game data such as the player movement or in a game is sent to packets. Also missing packets might result in the match or the game. So this is why it's less has less the delay. Of course, these protocols, I mean, facing a lot of protocols and packets facing a lot of problems or challenges in the communication. I'm just listing a few also, like the packet loss, of course, can be caused by network congestion or traffic, whatever it is, or maybe errors or hardware failure or whatever it is. And the impact will be losing some data or maybe receiving incomplete data, then requiring retransmission again. So also the latency and jitter also could be delivering due to the propagation or processing, and of course also the variability in the packet arrival time, because also some kind of routing changes or whatever it is. The impact maybe in real-time application like voice over IP or maybe online gaming are sensitive to latency, maybe cannot. So this is why which can be, I mean, degrade user experience or maybe and the user will be unhappy. Also the security vulnerability also may happen also. And again, one of the challenges are also the bandwidth limitations, scalability, quality of service, energy efficiency, and many others. I come to conclusion here. The internet functionality relies on packets and protocols, of course. If they are working well, everything will go good. For example, packets enables efficient data transfer, while protocols ensure data is transmitted reliably and securely. So therefore, understanding these concepts is a fundamental for building secure network and troubleshooting internet-related issues. Stay safe in the digital world. That's it for this lecture. Thank you very much.